Hey guys, what is up? I'm Max.
I'm Wenji,
and welcome back to
Reacticorns. Wow, you almost lasted as long a breath as I did.
I've been working
Your
on
teeth are very white today.
What does that mean they usually are?
I take it back.
Hey!
So, what are we looking at today?
Today we're going to be checking out some amazing inventions created by children.
Ooh!
These kids are probably smarter than me and you.
Probably.
Combined.
I would believe that.
So, a 16-year-old by the name of George Nissen came up with the idea for a trampoline. He saw trapeze swingers landing in a safety net and thought it would be more exciting if they could land on the net and then keep bouncing.
Oh.
So he was experimenting with what he called a bouncing rig, which is basically just a canvas stretched over a metal frame. And then eventually he got other materials and used nylon to increase the bounce.
Oh, wow.
Then he marketed and worked with the Trampoline brand until his death at the age of 92. Why you gotta put his death in there? Can't it be enough that he created the trampoline? Why you gotta talk about his death for?
Wow, that's crazy. At 16, he thought of the idea of the trampoline. He changed a lot of kids' lives.
I know. I loved the trampoline, although I was never very good at it because I could never do like a flip.
Yeah, I tried to do a flip, but I was always too scared. So I thought I'd land on my head. So I just kept bouncing higher and
The
higher.
most I could do was like jump and then land on my butt and then bounce and then land on my feet.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
It's the only thing I was willing to do.
My favorite thing to do.
Okay, so the next one. Catherine KK Gregory, at the tender age of 10, invented a product called Wristies. They were designed to keep your forearms and wrist warm and dry during winter. Designed to be worn under sweaters or mittens as an additional warmth measure. So I guess they just look like these things here.
Yeah, well that's good because I like having my fingers free. I don't like wearing gloves because I feel like my fingers become unusable.
They kind of look like or feel like motorcycle gloves, although they're slightly shorter because the motorcycle ones kind of go up the fingers a little bit. Right?
Well, yeah, they have like cut off fingers.
Yeah. So when she was 13, she went on QVC Shopping Network to sell her product, making her the youngest person to ever be on this network.
Oh, wow.
The product made $22,000 in 6 minutes.
That's crazy. And I'm sure this was like a while ago, so $22,000 would have been worth a lot more.
Yeah, for sure. And like, she's only 13. What is she gonna do with the $22,000? If I had $22,000 when I was 13,
Yeah, I just buy a lot of fries.
what did I like when I was 13? I liked yo-yos. I probably ended up with like 200 yo-yos if I had that much money.
Yeah, I liked yo-yos, I like collecting cards, I like
Yeah. We would have all wasted it basically.
chips.
Let's hope she didn't waste it. In 2010, a 13-year-old by the name of Hart Main. What a name.
Interesting.
Hart Main. He made fun of his sister for the scented candles she was selling at school fundraisers, telling her she should make some manlier scents.
Oh.
So his parents encouraged him to pursue his idea. He spent the $100 he earned from his newspaper route to purchase some materials he used to make his first manly candles. So check this out. They're called the Man Can.
Oh, isn't the can like another nickname for like the toilet?
The man.
Isn't
Maybe.
the man can?
Yeah, true. You could be confused thinking he's selling toilets. But look, he's making them in actual tin cans.
Oh, like soup cans.
Yeah, so what he does is he actually buys these soup cans and then he empties the contents out, donates the soup or whatever's inside to local like shelters and things like that.
Oh, that's cute.
And then he'll use the can itself as a holder for the man can.
Oh, the man can.
So that's kind of nice, isn't it? He's like
quite sweet.
donating to homeless shelters and soup kitchens, which is quite nice. It's kind of cute, isn't
Very
it?
cute. I like the way he's like with the little like things.
Yeah,
and
he's
the
got a little
sticks.
artistic
Yeah,
touch
very
to it.
artistic.
Anyway, since then he's hired 5 part-time employees and his business has sold over 25,000 man cans.
Ooh, that's a lot of man cans.
That's pretty good. Wow.
Wish I made that much money when I was 13.
Yeah, and I'm sure they sell for like at least a few dollars.
Yeah, I would
right?
say $5 to $10.
Yeah, that's $100,000.
Wow.
Just from man cans. So, popsicles. Oh, everyone loves a good popsicle.
Been a while since I've
You
had
love a popsicle?
I like a popsicle.
Yeah, I haven't had one in a while. Does like an ice cream just on a paddle pop stick count as a popsicle? Or does it have to be one of those watery ones?
I think as long as it's
Can it
on
be
a
a milky one?
Yeah, as long as it's on a stick, it's called a popsicle.
Oh, okay, well then we've had popsicles. The gay time popsicle. Is that a popsicle?
I don't know, guys. Is gay time a popsicle?
it's
Doesn't
a
sound
good
quite
popsicle.
right.
It doesn't sound right, right?
No.
I think the popsicle is like around
Like a fruit.
ice
Oh
cream.
yeah, it needs to be like a cylinder.
Oh, it's round. Okay. Anyway, popsicles were accidentally invented by an 11-year-old named Frank Epperson. He mixed soda water powder and water and left the stirring stick in the mixture. He forgot about it, left it outside, and then the next night the mixture had frozen solid around the stick. And that's when the world's first popsicle was created.
Wow, it was an accident.
That's crazy.
Could only happen in a super cold country.
And apparently he didn't even do anything about it for ages, like years, until he handed them out at a gathering. And people were like, hey, this popsicle's poppin'. It's poppin'.
Oh my gosh.
Popsicle. He actually called them Epsicles at first, but then changed the name to Popsicles when other kids called them Popsicles.
Yeah, Popsicles doesn't have the same ring to it.
Then he sold the rights in 1925. 60 million Popsicles were sold, netting Epperson a great amount of cash as royalties. Imagine how many royalties he has by now, like even more Popsicles would be sold by now. So a 19-year-old by the name of Chester Greenwoods had cold ears. A scarf was not enough. He ended up getting a wire frame, some beaver skin pads.
Beaver skin.
I have no idea. And then attached them together to cover his ears. And they've become earmuffs. He made earmuffs.
They were originally made from beaver skin pads.
Kind of disturbing. He ended up selling up to 400,000 pairs of earmuffs a year.
Wow, that's a lot of cold ears.
You could do with some of those. What the heck? So apparently this invention was made by an 8-year-old called Abby Fleck. It is
A bacon microwavable hanger.
hanger. I've never seen one of these.
Have you guys used one of these? But I mean, it looks like it makes sense.
Yeah, so the problem was they were like cooked bacon, there'd be too much oil on it, so she dabbed it off with a newspaper. But she was just like, why don't we hang the bacon so the oil drips off? It makes sense, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, well, if you put that in the microwave as the bacon cooks, the oil will drip off and then you just take it out.
Dang, look at that crispy bacon. It looks crispy.
Pretty good. It looks pretty good.
I would take the bacon.
I know you would. And I would take it away from you.
Don't deny a blue unicorn his bacon. Ooh. So this 11-year-old Richie Stokowski invented a thing called a water talkie.
Ooh.
He was underwater in Hawaii, wanted to speak to his dad.
Oh.
Obviously, can't speak in water. You open your mouth, you get a mouthful of water.
That's true. And you make some bubbles.
So he made this thing called a water talkie, pitched his ideas to Toys R Us, and then made an order, and then sold the company later for a couple of $1 million. Look at these things. It looks like a duck bill.
It does. It almost looks like it's supposed to go on your feet.
Does this work? Have you guys tried this water talkie?
Yeah, I don't know. How does it work?
Doesn't the water just go into your mouth anyway? Like, what's stopping it?
No, maybe it's sealed in the front and in your mouth, and it seals when your mouth is on it. And then the sound goes in the middle hollow, and that kind of vibrates out into the water.
It is still just sound like
Well, that's how you talk. That's why it sounds that way.
So Cassidy Goldstein, at the tender age of 11, invented these things called crayon holders.
Ooh.
She had some broken crayons left. The pieces were too small to use properly, so she just found a tube that was normally used to transport roses.
Oh, okay. So I guess it's a plastic tube so the thorns don't get
I guess so. Put the crayon pieces in there, and then that was the crayon holder. So now she could write with them.
And not waste any crayon.
Not waste crayon.
Because you know how hard it is to play with that nubbin. Just like the...
She ended up licensing the invention to Rand International and now is receiving a 5% royalty. Hopefully she's doing well. I've never heard of crayon holders before either. But there's a 15-year-old that invented this thing that helps alert people when their relative with dementia has like walked too far away from their bed.
Oh, because they might not realize and they're just confused and they'll just go for a walk.
Yeah, they'll go for a walk, they'll trip over things, they'll fall downstairs. But like there's a sensor that he invented so that when they're far from their bed, someone else gets a little notification.
Oh.
So then they can go to their room and be like just checking in on them, making sure they're okay.
Should get one for the cat.
It would be activating all the time.
Yeah, I know. We couldn't get sleep because it'd be like...
It's a terrible idea.
But yeah, it's basically the size of a small coin and it fits in their sock.
Yeah, it's like a proximity sensor.
It's almost like those, what do you call it? Under house arrest. And you have...
Like an ankle bracelet.
Yeah. When you wander far from the house, the alarm sets off and the police come.
Everyone knows the language of Braille, right? It's for people that can't see and they use their hands to feel for letters.
They're like little dots.
This was actually invented by Louis Braille or Louis Braille when he was only 15 years old because he got blinded in his dad's workshop. That's crazy. A 15-year-old invented Braille? That is a clever 15-year-old.
So he invented this in 1824, so it's been around for a while.
Yeah, when I was 15, I couldn't even invent, you know...
a word. Out of your mouth.
I hadn't invented anything. I couldn't even, you know, draw a stick figure picture when I was 15.
Be literate.
I couldn't even take care of a Tamagotchi toy, let alone create a language. Anyway guys, hopefully you enjoyed that. Let us know if you have any crazy inventions that you've been thinking about and write your invention in the comments box below. I can't guarantee that you'll get credit for it. If you really think it's a good invention and you want to do something with it, maybe don't write it in the comments box below, okay? Because now other people...
straight away.
But if you just think it's a bit of fun, just let us know what you think your best idea is.
And we're back tomorrow with another episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna rate it, but it's fine. I won't rate it. Just let me know. I'll have
I can't even speak right now. Let's not give him too many responsibilities.
See you tomorrow.
Bye guys. Love you.